Let things be exactly as they are. You can't change me, and you can't change God. Let things be exactly as they are, and you and me will live in peace. Well, I don't know what anything is for unless I listen to that still small voice telling me this simple truth, that everything is for my good. Let things be exactly as they are. You can't change me, and you can't change God. Let things be exactly as they are, and you and me will live in peace. I'm not this body that you see, although I love my body. I am as God created me, and we are all one family, and it's possible to live in peace. So let things be exactly as they are. Oh, you can't change me, and you can't change God. No, you can't change God. Let things be exactly as they are, and you and me will live in peace. Kumbaya. Oh my God, it just occurred to me that, you know, of course I play this every week, and every week is different. Like every, you know, so I sing this whether I'm happy, sad, confused, fearful, whatever. It's really helpful for watching the news with Healing Not Hate. It really is, because as we see, it's just a really great teaching. As we see and allow and welcome, to me it's like the Father Keating prayer, welcome and surrender, because as you let things be exactly as they are, you're welcoming them into your life, surrendering to it on its own terms, and, you know, doing your spiritual work or whatever, you know, you're doing, your spiritual practices. And you can just see, I mean, the nature of being here on earth is that things change. So, you know, things are going to change. And it's, what's so funny is about it that I've caught for myself is, you know, all the stories I make up when I know that things are going to change, you know, things are going to change. That's just the nature of life. So, I find that really funny, amusing, interesting, helpful, you know what I mean? And I'm really psyched about our program, Watching the News for Healing Not Hate. I'm really psyched about that. So I'm going to share, I'm going to facilitate on May 14th, and I think I'll sign up for another one before the 40 days are out. But this is the way, you know, I do my spiritual practice, is sing it! Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, whoa. Now I'm swinging while I sing. There's an old little ditty that pops into my head. David Hemphill's here. Hi, and Rana and Leo and oh wow. I just thank you, and Tina and Shauna, always lovely, lovely to be with you. So, let's pray. I like praying. I think praying is fun. What a joy. What a joy to be here today in this life. I'm so grateful. Let's just have a moment of gratitude for all that is, that we are here on this earth at this time, co-creating together this unconditional circle of love where everything that we like is allowed and everything that we do not like is allowed. We learn, we grow, we accept, we surrender, we do our spiritual practice, we evolve. We are light and we are rising. We are thriving and we are entitled to miracles. That's what we are. Miracles. We are miracles itself, the very expression of miracles. That's who we are. And in this love and in this light in which we live, we're not afraid of the darkness. We may have a momentary setback, but we are confident and strong and powerful. And as we liberate ourselves from our fears, our very presence will automatically liberate others. And that's what we're doing. We are all co-creating the world that we want to see and live in through love, through the light, through the joy, through the miracles that is already within us. May we experience those miracles today in our time together. Blessed be, and so it is. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavito Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodaya. Dio Yona Prachodaya. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful, beautiful. So in God's hands, and now I feel wonderful. So in God's hands, now I feel wonderful, beautiful. so in God's hands. And now I feel wonderful, so in God's hands. And now I feel wonderful,
she's
beautiful,
got the whole world in her hands. She's got the whole wide world in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands. She's got every living being in her hands. She's got every living being in her hands. She's got every living being in her hands. She's got all of us in her. Now I feel wonderful, beautiful in her hands. Now I feel wonderful in her hands. Now I feel wonderful, beautiful in her hands. Now I feel wonderful. She's got us in her hands, yeah. Oh, resting in her arms. Oh, yeah. She's got us in her hands. Oh, Jema, wonderful, beautiful, Jema, so in God's hands. Now I feel wonderful, so in God's hands. Now I feel wonderful, beautiful. Bavasvaha tatavito varenyam bargo devasya dhimahi Dio yona prachodaya. Tatavito varenyam bargo devasya dhimahi Dio yona prachodaya. Thank you. Yeah, I know, right? I love those trippy kind of, and when we do it in person, it's really cool because we, just create this vibration of being in the light. And actually, if you don't know what the chant means, it's in Sanskrit, and it translates to we meditate on the light of the divine, and may that divine power enlighten all realms, physical, mental, and spiritual. Yeah. Ooh, gosh. Wow, today I'm really feeling that, the light transforming mental, physical, and spiritual. I'm really, yes, I see that. I see that in myself and in you and in the world. Oh, can I write that in the chat? Yes. Let's see. I will copy this and put it right there. And there we go. Yeah, so I'm going to share just a little bit about my morning for you. we were at a retreat in on at this retreat center called Easton Mountain, and we did this beautiful, interfaith service, and I just wanted to share the joy from that experience with you. One of the things that really came up is honoring our ancestors. And I love this. I've always felt strongly about that. And in this phase of my life, I really do call on my ancestors. Of course, Glenn, our dear departed, well, he's not even really departed. He'll probably beep here in a minute. Actually, right before I came on, he beeped. He was blah, 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 and I'm like, he's been beeping all day up at Easton Mountain and everything. So anyway, it's really funny, but see that very thing right there, whether I'm making it up or whatever it is for me so encouraging to keep going. You know what I mean? And I feel that now also from my mom and dad, and there's something really sacred about this plot of land that I live on. The ancestors on this land that originally owned this place owned the whole town, actually, and this was the meeting house where they had spiritual meetings and community gatherings and things like that. And so now it's been all sold off and different people have different houses and stuff, but I'm on the original plot of land, and so I really feel their hard work, and I call on them many a time to help walk me through what I consider difficult times that we're facing, obviously in the world. But looking back on, I'm 68 years old. When has there not been a difficult time? I mean, there's been plenty of wars and stuff in my lifetime, and I grew up in Alabama, and I was out and loud and proud, in the 4th grade. I had lots of bullying going on. So, when I look at what's happening now, and I know it's unprecedented, some of the things, but it will pass. I see how it's beginning to dissolve, and not only that, I just feel the strength and the confidence now more than I think I ever have. The strength and the confidence in my faith in God and sacred mystery and goddess, whatever it is that you choose to call that. And of course, Glenn called it the voice that likes you. So yeah, just a little thing. I want to sing another song because I wanted to share this one with you. Okay. I am blessed as the child of love. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. I have a right to be here, and the universe wants my happiness, perfect joy and contentment. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed.
child of love. You are blessed. You are blessed. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and the universe wants your happiness, perfect joy, and contentment. You are blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. Sing it with me, come on. Ba 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 ba. Oh, goodness. I'm pretty giggly today. I have to warn you, I'm pretty giggly. That's so fun. I say that every time I get in my car. There is nothing to fear. 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 You know, it's just really funny to say that. I love to say that over and over again. And today I was talking to one of my friends who likes this song, and he goes, he goes, you know what gets stuck in my head? He says, and the universe wants my happiness, perfect joy, and contentment. And I said, well, then you'd probably like A Course in Miracles. So, yeah, I'm going to read a couple of the lessons from yesterday and today, which actually makes me so very happy. Okay. So, we're in a review, but listen to what yesterday's review is. Actually, I'm going to put this in the chat just in case you guys want to follow along. Of course, it's on, you know, ACIM.org, but this is the lesson I'm on. Look what it says. Lesson 116. The first review is God's will for me is perfect happiness. How about that? Perfect joy and contentment. God's will is perfect happiness for me. And I can suffer but from the belief there is another will apart from His. Exactly. And that's how we can look at the news for healing, not hate. It is. And then the second piece of that's being reviewed yesterday was, I share God's will for happiness for me. I share my Father's will for me, His Son. What He has given me is all I want. What He has given me is all there is. And what always I'm reminded of in that conversation, I share God's will for happiness for me, is that God's will is my will, my passion, what I want to do in this world, what compels me to be here, what wakes me up in the morning. That's God's will for me. That's my will and God's will. It's the same thing. So I like meditating on that. Oh, Connie's here. Hey, Connie. Hey, Connie. And as always, you know, feel free to unmute if you have a little something that strikes you that you want to say, or ask, or whatever, or comment on. Okay, so that was yesterday. And then we click to the next lesson for today, which is also a review of God being love is also happiness. Let me remember love is happiness and nothing else brings joy. And so I choose to entertain no substitutes for love. How about that? I choose to entertain no substitutes for love. I choose to. I can also choose to tell wild stories about what may happen and all kinds of stuff like that. But that takes me right out of love. Takes me right out of that. And yeah, it's so great. The power of choice. Do we consider that often enough? The power of choice. And so the second review on that, on today's review, is I seek but what belongs to me in truth. Love is my heritage, and with it joy. These are the gifts my Father gave to me. I would accept all that is mine in truth. I would accept all that is mine in truth. Now see, again, that implies a choice. I would accept, I will, I have the opportunity to accept it. I don't have to accept it, but I have the opportunity. All that is mine in truth. What could all that is mine in truth be? I wonder what. It could be the peace that is already within me, if I so choose. My goodness. That's a powerful choice.
Hush of heaven holds my heart today. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. Oh Lord, how still, how quietly do all things fall into place. This is the day I understand I am free. I am free. There is no need for me to do anything. Peace is here, my heart and mind at rest. Your love is heaven, and your love is mine today.
is hope. It lights the way as I travel far to my certain goal of oneness with love. Oneness with love. There is no doubt what my heart has promised me. Promised me. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. The hush of heaven holds my heart today.
Anyway, I'm going to jump into Glen's booklet. All right. I think this is really kind of cool. As you know, he used to like to come up with these images. And here's today's image. It is a very interesting painting, I think. You know, yeah, so see, if you look at it sort of like that, you get the sense of a face appearing out of this swirl of black and gray and white. And I just love the texture of the painting. It's so beautiful and mysterious, you know. And then, and like I said, this is from April 27th, today's date, in 2016. So we had just passed Easter, and he has this picture of a crown of thorns. And then he explains the world reflects our beliefs, our new lives. With practice and working with a teacher are beginning to stabilize. Our new lives with practice and working with a teacher are beginning to stabilize. Yeah, that is certainly true for me. Our world is getting more peaceful. How about that? Now, that's an interesting thing to look at in the midst of what's going, you know, the events that are happening in the world. But how about if we're becoming more peaceful? How about if we're able to access that peace? And he says we're working with others to bring about a more peaceful world. And that is what we're doing. That is what we're doing. That's what we, you know, do here in the sanctuary. And I was reminded when I was at Eastern Mountain today that that's their mission too, is to, you know, work with each other to bring about a more peaceful world, or the world that you know, we want to live in. So Glenn goes on, but we are learning that we see a distorted world. We are working with others and practicing the course or whatever spiritual discipline you practice. It is actually changing our minds that changes our experience. Ah, the loop of experience. Change your mind, you'll see a different experience. We're learning to act as a group, act as one. Now that's cool, because here, you know, in the sanctuary, at Awakening Together, Sangha is the new guru, is how we're, you know, coming together as a group and acting as one. And I think that's a really super powerful concept to embody, you know, acting, learning to act as a group, acting as one. I think that's a really, really awesome thing there.
Okay, we see our judgments are holding us back. We want to make others responsible for our experiences. We make mistakes and we get back up. We don't condemn or judge others because that would put us in jail too. That would put us in jail too. Each of us has been saved for a very special task. Oh, yeah. Yes. Your uniqueness is that special task. So let's see. I'm going to go up to the top and tell you what section of the course we're in. Okay, this is A Course in Miracles, chapter 11, God or the Ego. And this is section 7, Waking to Redemption. So I'm going to start off with the first paragraph of this chapter. And it goes like this: It is impossible not to believe what you see, but is equally impossible to see what you do not believe. Again, this points to me to the loop of experience, How's it go? I say it so many different times, what I believe I see, what I see I experience, and then what I experience, reinforces my belief in that. Um, oh God, this is great. It is not until beliefs are fixed that perceptions stabilize. In effect, then, what you believe, you do see. This is what I meant when I said, blessed are ye who have not seen and still believe. That's from John 20:29 in the New Testament. For those who believe in the resurrection will see it. The resurrection is the complete triumph of Christ over the ego, not by attack, but by transcendence. Oh yes, transcendence. For Christ does rise above the ego and all its works and ascends to the Father and his kingdom. So Glen's commentary on this paragraph says the world reflects our beliefs, and that is what we experience. Our beliefs are constructed from our past experience, which isn't reliable. When we act on truth and not believe, our perception clears up. When we act on truth and not belief, our perception clears up. Until we do, we'll believe we are little, not enough, bodies in space. Turning our backs on ego beliefs allows us to rise above our little, not enough selves into our calling. Yes, we experience reality. And his question for us at this point is, how do you know what to do? How do you know what to do? How do you know what to do? That's a good question. I don't know if anybody wants to comment on that, but how do you know what to do on a day-by-day basis? And when, you're feeling this way or that way, how do you know what to do? Wow. I like that. Turning our backs on ego beliefs allows us to rise above our little, not enough selves into our calling. And that's the point I want to make right there. Everyone has a calling, there's a reason for you to be here. And for me, it's like I really see that we are lights in the world, and to claim that and live that is a calling beyond belief. It's the most wonderful, honorable thing that I think we can do. Let's see what Dr. Leo says. Oh, cool. And thanks for chatting. An existing belief gets reinforced by something we see because we think confirms the belief. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's our oh, hi Arizona. I'm so glad you're here. I hope your dinner was good. Yeah,
that's basically, Leah, what we call around here the loop of experience. Yeah, yeah, I love that. Okay, the next little underlined section in the text is, would you join in the resurrection or the crucifixion? Would you condemn your brothers or free them? Would you transcend your prison and ascend to the Father, Father, Mother, God, sacred mystery? And Glenn says, either we're living or we're dying. We think we need to stop others to get what we want. This is so real for me right now. Either we're living or dying. We think we need to stop others to get what we want. Don't waste your energies on reaction. Take action on what you want. Evaluate all your actions. Question: do your actions express your goals? What is my goal? And do my actions express them? Well, so that speaks to me of what we call around here spiritual aspiration. So, what is my spiritual well, this year, this year, my spiritual aspiration comes from my song "Let Things Be." But the second part, I don't know what anything is for, unless I listen to that still small voice, the voice that likes me. So, yeah, that's my aspiration for 2025. Yeah, do your actions express that? And that's the place that I'm in, where it feels like being vulnerable. And I have a song that you've heard me sing many times, "In my defenselessness, my safety lies," which is also a Course in Miracles teaching. But that's where I feel like I'm living right now, in this vulnerable, open state. And I feel protected, if you will, by that very vulnerability, by that very defenselessness. That's an interesting and sort of new tone for me. So, let's see. uh the next piece in the text of the chorus is very funny, and I love it when Helen, or Jesus through Helen, does this. It says, "This course is perfectly clear." She's like, "This is perfectly clear. I know I talk in circles sometimes. I know I say all these weird things, and you can't understand it. And of course, it's very button pushy because it's all in Christian language. And I'm a Jewish atheist. However, this course is very clear." So there is obviously a message here that is very clear. Let me listen. So she says, "This course is perfectly clear. If you do not see it clearly, it is because you are interpreting against it and therefore do not believe it." Oh, that's where the unclarity comes from. Interpreting against it, telling stories. Oh, hey, Laura Joy, how you doing? Wow. And so I've really been on to myself about telling stories. And we can all create some really doozies, I suppose. I know, right? Me and Tina have been sort of talking about these things. But yeah, it's okay. Since belief determines perception, you do not perceive what it means and therefore do not accept it. Yet different experiences lead to different beliefs, and experience does teach. I am leading you to a new kind of experience that you will become less and less willing to deny. Learning of Christ is easy, the anointed one, our holiness. Learning of our holiness is easy, for to perceive with Christ involves no strain at all. His perceptions
are your natural awareness. And it is only the distortions you introduce that tire you. It is only the distortions you introduce that tire you. Let the Christ in you interpret for you, and do not try to limit what you see by narrow little beliefs that are unworthy of God's Son. For until Christ comes into his own, the Son of God will see himself as fatherless. So Glenn comments, we don't need to believe in truth for it to be true, but we do need to demonstrate it in order to know it. So truth is true regardless of whether we believe it or not, like, right? So it's that. It's the truth of our being is the truth of our being, whether we believe we are pure and holy and good and at peace and at one with, you know, all that is. Whether we believe that or not, that's up to us. But that doesn't change the truth of it. Thank goodness. Oh, goodness. We don't need to believe in truth for it to be true, but we do need to demonstrate it to know it. Truly. This is actually the easier way, the less stressful way to live. Distortion, resistance is what tires us out and delays our goals. These are the patterns of past beliefs that we're trying to let go. We even do this naturally and skillfully. We are creators. And his question, Glenn's question for us right here is, are you creating anything new? So what's flowing through you right now that is being created through your presence in this world that we live in? Wow. Wow. We all have that divine creative presence within us, and we all have you know, something to do in this life. And I love the creativity when I see it as in when how different ways that people express, you know, express themselves, express the light. It's really lovely. It's another wonderful thing about Awakening Together. We have so many ways of looking at the same thing, and it's really rewarding for me. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna skip down to another comment that Glenn had. He said, we were whole and complete before we thought we were. We had what we needed before we thought we did. This is resurrection. We are returning to truthful living and expression and experience, and so is everyone else. So the question I'm going to leave you with from Glenn is, do you treat others as if they're whole and complete, competent, and abundant creators? Wow. That's a good question. Do you treat others as if they're whole and complete, competent, and abundant creators? Yeah. Wow. Even those folks we don't like, they're whole and complete. Guess what? All right. I see we're at the top of the hour. Thanks for you know, your patience with me today. And I love you so much. And listen to the voice that likes you. She will tell you that we are one, and she will tell you how to act like it. Okay, you guys. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah.